Hi, this is Laura Brandenburg, the creator of Mom Style Your Business, and today we're talking about pricing. I swear, like, no topic has created more drama and angst inside my business is like what to price my courses, what to price my toolkits, what to price any offer that I ever put out there. And I've been known to change my pricing just a few times, and I'm in the middle of making another price adjustment right now for one of my flagship courses, and it's super, super scary. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the thought process that I'm going through, how I made the decision I made about pricing, and just some takeaways about pricing and how to think about your pricing as well. So first of all, I'm talking about my instructor-led courses for Bridging the Gap, which is my virtual training company helping business analysts. And I just went through a rate adjustment going from 2016 to 2017, where we raised our self-study options from $197 to $247, and our professional credit options from $397 to $497. Now, the change that I'm thinking about making here is much more significant. So I'm adding video to the courses, and I'm actually discovered that I can expand the course from 8 credits to 12 credits. And my thought had been to do a price point around $697. And I received some feedback from my new coaching group around how $697 is just a price point where you're leaving money on the table. So you're either at $497 or you're at $997. And I went, like, when that first came up, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this isn't a $997 course. Or is it, right? So it actually, part of my analysis to be like, well, how could I make this a $997 offering is what led me to the 12 credits. So I didn't come up with that first. My thought was to add video, pretty much put it out there at the 8 credits, go to $697, and do a launch around the rate adjustment. And so now I'm looking at going to $997. I realize I can expand the course to 12 credits, possibly even a few more. I haven't quite nailed down the exact outline yet. And then also add some additional bonuses to it. So it's going to be a lot more valuable than it is today. Now, the second thing I'm doing is I'm removing that self-study option. Which is, so I had thought of going from $247 to $297 or $347, and I realized that 2 things are happening with that self-study option today. One, people are choosing it and wanting the certificate of completion and the credits that come with that, and then being frustrated when they don't receive that value. And actually 3 things that are happening. So people are choosing the lower option, not getting all the value that they really need, and then they're frustrated. 2, I think people are coming to that page and they're frustrated that there's 2 options and they're not sure which one to choose. And a confused buyer doesn't buy, or a confused person is not a buyer. So I'm confusing them by creating these 2 options, and they're not sure which to choose. And so I think we lose a lot of people from not having just one clear option on the sales page. And then the third thing that's happening is people are actually perceiving that as a negative. So right now, if they invest in the $497 option, they're seeing that as like, why do I have to pay extra just to get my credits? And they're not seeing that behind the scenes, there's actually a lot of one-on-one support that comes with that, and there's a lot of extra value that comes with that. And so by trying to create these 2 options, or, trying to be the nice guy and create this affordable option, which is really the self-study option, I'm actually probably losing people that I could help, not helping some of the people who are choosing that more affordable option, and then frustrating the people who need the credits and are kind of unclear on why I'm just charging more just so they can get their credits. So empowered decision, take the self-study option off the table, give people what they really want and what they also need with that higher value option, which is going from $497 to $997. So trigger like, oh my goodness, like, massive business change, right? Massive pricing change, massive change in my offers. And this comes up, like, and I'm sure this won't be the last time I go through this as a business owner, and I'm sure you're going through this with your pricing too. Like, what should the price be? And is it too high? Is it too low? Is it the right price? Am I valuing my work the way I should be valuing my work? And those are all good questions and things to write about and consider. But really, one of the things that is empowering to me when I'm thinking about pricing, there's 2 things that I really do. One is I envision the sale. So how does it look? How does it feel to see the sale come in at that price point that you're thinking about, and then knowing you have to deliver XYZ on top of that. How does that feel? Are you excited? Are you like, eh? And that is an indicator. You should feel a little excited, maybe a little nervous of can you deliver enough value? That's okay. You can step into that. You can grow into that. But you shouldn't feel like, oh crap, right? If you feel like, oh crap, your price is too low. And that oh crap feeling is going to keep you from selling. It's going to keep you from doing the marketing that you need to do to sell. And it's going to ultimately keep you from helping as many people as you're here to help. So that's one thing I like to do, is just think about, envision that sale, and how do you feel. The second thing is to go around and look at your competition. Like, you want to know who is charging what for similar offers. And that is really what drove me to this $9.97 price point for 12 credits. It was a stretch for 8 credits. I would have been the highest in the market at 8 credits. But at 12 credits for $9.97, I'm kind of at the top of the market, but I'm not like outrageous. It's not crazy. And it's actually encouraging me and almost forcing me to really stand behind the value of our offers. So one thing I've always said is, or thought is, oh, it's on demand, it's virtual, it's self-study, right? It's not self-study, you get some instructor support, but I've almost devalued the programs for that reason. The reality is, we're the only training provider out there where people can get the credits when they need them, and they can come in and start the course any day they want. And that is an immense amount of value. And I don't stand behind it. All right, we stand behind it as a business, but I don't stand behind it as a marketer, and that's something I need to change, so that we're, instead of positioning this as like, oh, it's on demand and it's virtual, right? It's totally flexible, and you can do this exactly when you want. No other training provider is doing anything like this in our space. And so that is something I want to start to stand behind in our marketing and in our positioning. And positioning that not as a negative, but as a positive and a reason and a justification for being at a premium price point. Because you do want to, once you look at the competition, you want to decide, are you going to be a premium provider at the top of that market? Do you want to be somewhere in the middle? Do you want to be the most affordable so that people come to you as the most affordable option? So Bridging the Gap historically has been one of the most affordable options out there, and we've had people come to us for that reason. This is a big business shift to be more at the top of the market. We've always been the most affordable option, but really provided an over-the-top experience. And so now I'm adjusting the pricing to stand behind that. And I'm just sharing kind of these running thoughts with you so that you can hear it and maybe think about, what are your internal thoughts when it comes to pricing? Are you thinking that you need to be more affordable because people are more likely to buy? Or do you want to really scale up, and what could you do to position yourself against your competitors as a more premium, higher value offering? Okay, there's no right and wrong answers here. You can be at any part of the scale. But the thing I will tell you that I'm learning about pricing is that the higher my prices are, the easier it is to be profitable at the end of the day. The easier it is to have significant launches. The easier it is to make more money in my business. It's so funny. I have this one guy who's emailed me several times now, and he keeps telling me that we should be lowering our prices, putting our courses on Udemy, and trying to compete by selling just tons of courses at a really cheap price. I don't even want to say affordable. It's not affordable. It's I don't know what he wants our prices to be, but that $247 number is too high. So I don't know what he's going to email when we raise to $997, right? Because he keeps coming back, and you really just need to get your courses up on Udemy and make them really, lower the prices so that it's more accessible, and your business will just explode. And I don't think that's the case. And it's definitely not going to stand. I'm not going to be able to hire the best instructors. I'm not going to be able to offer that one-on-one support that we offer today. I'm not going to have these great people behind our courses supporting the participants if we're at the bottom of the market trying to fight out, sell hundreds of courses at a smaller price point. So that's not going to work. And I appreciate his input, and it's kind of almost become laughable now every time he emails and reminds me about this suggestion. And that's going to happen to you too. And actually I just did a recent survey about some of the enhancements that we're doing with the course to get some feedback. And one of the questions I asked is, how could we go above and beyond? And I got at least 10 people say that you could go above and beyond by making the course free or reducing the price. And it was like, at first it triggered me when I was going through the feedback, like, are you kidding me? I put so much into this. And then I just said, you know what? Just delete. There's a lot of valuable feedback in here. These aren't going to be my customers. And delete. And that's okay too. So again, a lot comes up when we start to price our products. A lot comes up when we raise our prices, especially if we do that in a visible way. Feel free to leave a comment below with what's coming up for you and your pricing. I hope that having me share a little bit about what's coming up for me and why I'm making the decisions I'm making and kind of some of the thought processes that have gone behind it will help you be more empowered about your pricing. Because you can be at the top, you can be at the bottom. It doesn't matter as long as you feel like the price is the right price and you're willing to stand behind it and that you're truly, honestly, authentically excited when you see that sale come in. So again, this is Laura Brandenburg. I'm the creator of Mom Style Your Business. Thanks for being here, and we'll chat soon. Bye.